I've had some white boys who said, if you're not in this movie, we ain't gonna do it. I did a BMW commercial, and I was up for this series called Faceless. And the guy's name eludes me now. He's a white cat. He said, man, they just giving me so much shit about you being in this, heck, about you being in this movie. I said, John, listen, I think his name's John Turtletop. I said, John, don't worry about it. Get me on the next one. He said, hell no, I'm getting you on this one. I'm going into the network and I'm fighting for you. So we ain't talking about the good white folk. We talking about some of them old racist men who run this organization that's changing now. I want y'all millennials to understand it's changing now. Okay? There's an article called Black Hollywood, White Hollywood. And in that article, Wesley Snipes' white agent at CAA said, I sent Wesley in for a role, and they called him and said, don't send no N-I-G-G-A-Z darker than Denzel.
Ooh. My God.
It's real. Wow. So my agent called over to CAA when I did Dead Presidents and Menace and all that stuff, and they said, we're not interested in signing Clifton Powell. I was up for a movie called A Ruby Bridges Story. I went in. I don't know if how many people saw A Dry White Season. If you haven't seen it, her name is Usan Palsy. Go watch it. Amazing female African French director. Me, Michael Beach, Isaiah Washington. We're talking about longevity. And I'm gonna wrap it up in a second about how I really got here. Because there's so much stuff. Michael Beach, me and Isaiah. Isaiah had an appointment. Michael Beach, I came in last. And everybody was crying when I left the room. So she said, excuse me, can I, where I know you from? I said, I don't know. If I don't get this job, I'm gonna be back at 7-Eleven. She said, you are the actor that I am looking for. She said, I want the civil rights movement to be about dark people who lead it.
My God.
She said, we'll bring you back tomorrow. So I go back, and I come in a room, a white producer, female, and Uzan, she comes to get me. She says, Uzan wants to meet with you. We're talking about longevity. I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you this story in a second. She says, Uzan will be in 1 second. This is for all the haters. So Uzan comes in, and she's almost in tears. And she said, in fact, you are the actor that I want for this movie. But the network will not let me hire you because they think you are so black, you are going to scare everyone.
Yeah.
Put it on tape. Because they can't stop me. I'm collecting $1 million pension, multi-million-dollar pension. So Hollywood can't stop me. Hello, somebody.
Yes.
Y'all need to do your research.
Yes.
African Americans are a billion plus industry.
Yes.
We don't need nobody else.
No, that's right.
Inclusionary is good. Diversity is good. I want to see some white boys at the top and say, come on, sister. Come on, brother. Come on, transgender. Let's change this thing. I want to see some white women, some black women say, come on, sisters. Come on, brothers. Come on. That's what has to happen. It's changing, and Hollywood is changing with it. It's slow, but it's changing. So they said to me, I said, listen, don't worry about this. No, we are going to fight. So her and the producer said, we're going to fight to do everything we can to get you in this movie. And if we don't have you in this movie, it's not because we didn't try. Wow. But like Dr. King said, we kept on pushing.
Yes.
So when we talk about longevity, we're talking about attitude, we're talking about a mindset. 2 more minutes. We're talking about believing in yourself. There are positive thinking books that I use, Roll Less Travel, The World's Greatest Salesman. I always get that title mixed up, The Greatest Salesman in the World. No in sales is a yes. Because if you tell me no, I'm coming to your house every damn day for the next year till you say, you know what, I just get the goddamn going back and clean. How much is it?
Yes.
God said to me one day, a steady drop breaks the rock.
Yes.
That's how you create longevity. Fall down 3 times, get back up 10. It wouldn't be a Clifton Powell or Denzel Washington. I saw Taraji Henson, I can't even remember what years, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, somewhere right in there, doing a reading up in the hood. I said, that girl's gonna be a star. Well, I knew because my teachers taught her. So when you talk about longevity, to all the young people in here, when you look at me, I was the worst actor in my program. I wanted to be a football player. My mother committed suicide when I was 4. My father was a functioning alcoholic. My babysitter had rats and I was raising myself at 7. I told my daddy when we moved, I think I can handle it. I don't need a babysitter. Hello, somebody.
Go ahead.
I got 580 on my SATs. They give you 200 for your name back in the day. They laughed me out of drama program. And I'm gonna wrap it up right here. When we talk about longevity, I've been homeless 5 times, ran out of money 10 times. Homeless before I got to Hollywood. They talk about he works all the time. They don't talk about the 20 years of unemployment.
Yes.
But we didn't stop there. Training, mindset. I don't care if your mama, this ain't your mama's journey. I tell people all the time, this ain't your mama's journey. This ain't your daddy's, ain't your boyfriend's journey. Fix your relationships. If it ain't working, get out. The divorce rate is 90%. You better be friends. I'm just telling you. I'm an old player. When I met Keita, I said, I'm going to take a year to get to know her as a friend. Am I lying, Keita? No, I'm not. She'll tell you. Because I knew I needed a friend to make it in this journey. A lot of people get distracted. Don't turn that damn music on. Turn it off. I'm going to wrap it up, though, because there's a lot of information, y'all, and I always want y'all to get the message that this program is special. Send your money, support it, be here for it, support these young people,
Yes.
donate, spend time. Longevity, I'm standing here because I never quit. I've been knocked down, I've been talked about, I've been lied on. They still talk about it. They still talking about stuff I did 20 years ago. He cheated on me day on his wife. You damn right, because I didn't know what I was doing. And when you become famous and start making a lot of money, and I made a lot of money, in '89 I was so poor I couldn't even window shop, and I made millions. My divorce cost me $5 million. When you think, oh, I know how I'm gonna be when I make it, no you don't. You walk in a room and you like beautiful women, you walk in a room and see 16 Halle Berrys, 10 Ketas, 18 Kim Kardashians, you're gonna get in trouble. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how it go. And if you're a girl, if you ain't focused, the hashtag Me Too ain't new. Do your research about Hollywood so you can understand the Marilyn Monroe story. So you can understand the Dorothy Dandridge story. And when you understand all of that, then you can understand longevity. Sam Jackson just got out of rehab when he did Jungle Fever.
Right.
And he never quit, he never went back. So the bottom line is don't quit. Don't let nobody tell you, I tell people, don't let anybody steal your joy.
Right.
I don't care if your whole family, half of my family don't even talk to me. I don't miss none of them. All they did was call me for money. I ain't talked to you since that day 62. Nigga, you just calling me for money. And they call you like they just talked to you.
Right, right.
Hey, Cliff. Like, what's up? Hey, man, let me borrow $10,000. Like, man, I ain't talked to you in 20 years. It don't matter. So be careful what you ask for, though. Because fame is not as easy to handle as struggling. It's a whole nother level. Longevity is about your mindset. It's a discipline. You gotta be focused. Some of my students, one of my students took 10 trips in the last 3 months. I'm like, you ain't ready. People distracted by bad relationships. You in a bad relationship, get the hell out now. It ain't gonna get no better. Yoga, prayer, meditation.
Yes.
Keep your mind right. Read The Road Less Traveled. Read The Courage to Create.
Okay.
Think about what Spike did. Think about what Robert Townsend did. That's how I got here. I never stopped. I used to drop my pictures off on the east side during the day, west side at night, and I'm gonna stop right here because there's so much information. And I would open, the lady, you know, it's all white. This is back in the 70s, 80s. And all of us were poor. Walk the west side, drop your pictures off. And you gotta be a self-starter. Back in the day, you can't wait for somebody to bring you something, you gotta be a self-starter. But anyway, drop my pictures off. The lady opened the door, I'd be like, she's like, oh Lord Jesus, just put your picture right there. Never stop me. They call me every black name in the book, Captain Black, 1159, Black 1159, 1 minute before midnight.
Right.
Wow.
Black Jesus, Black Spook.
Yeah.
One day I play spinner ball. I'm gonna start right here because I want y'all to know how I got here. Longevity.
Yeah.
She said, you gotta kiss, my nickname is Sweet Pea. She said, you gotta kiss Black Sweet Pea. Pretty light-skinned girl. She took me in a room in the kitchen. She said, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna kiss your black crispy ass. And now she watching me on TV. You got off the bus too soon, boo-boo. How you like me now? But let me just say this. Keita asked me this the other day, I never turned inward and start thinking about it. I just kept on moving like God had a certain purpose for me. So in closing, I'll say this. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your sex is. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how much money you got. Everybody you see on TV today and in the movies was poor as hell when I started, including Denzel. We all was poor, but we never stopped. If I can do it, you ain't got to go no further than me. Don't even look at the rest of them. Taraji and them. If I can do it, I got 580 on my SATs. I'm a certified retarded person. Back in the day, they give you 200 for your name. Now I'm going to say this last thing. Because I came here tonight because they had the chicken with the pasta, but then they said they was honoring my friend George Pierre. What? Come on, give it up for George Pierre. It's going to be a late night, baby. I'm supposed to talk 15 minutes. You can't put this in 15 minutes. I should have told AZ it's going to be 40. One of the greatest guys I've ever met in this business. I ain't known him that long. Now, one thing about George, they're going to leave you no money, though. No, I'm joking. Casting is a very difficult job. If I go back and talk about Robbie Reed and how many times I bombed out and they kept bringing you back in, I wouldn't be standing here. George Pierre, one of the most interesting casting people, one of the warmest casting people, because if the casting director is not nice, you already gassy when you come in.
Right.
Come on, y'all. How many actors has been in that room? You be like, Lord Jesus, oh, Lord, mercy, Lord. I have let gas out at some auditions. No. I'm gonna tell it. Stay your ass over there. I ain't stopping. Y'all should put me up here. Listen, because I want to make sure y'all get what y'all came for. Back in my day, you had to go in your last audition. It's gonna be a long night, y'all. Put your hair down. I don't want y'all to leave and say, oh, we ain't having a good time. That damn Clifton Powell talked an hour. That's your money right there. I've been doing this. The boy said you was in the Underground Railroad, the movie with Booker T. Washington. Back in my day, you had to go in and audition, and it's a room full of people. You had 3 auditions. At the last audition, if you poor, you come in and there's a packet on the table. Now I'm poor. I was so poor I couldn't window shop.
Wow.
Hello? Oh, none of y'all Negroes window shop? Y'all wasn't that poor? And you get the packet. Let me tell you how important casting. I'm gonna stop. Sit down. Don't sit down. I'm the headliner. Sit down. I don't care. We're gonna be here a long time, y'all. Y'all sat in this hot ass heat. We're gonna get your money's worth. Because I want the young people to understand why you here. And if you ask me to come up here, I'm going to tell you why you're here. That's why I had to pray on it this morning. Because I didn't know what I was going to say. But I'm going to let you have the word today.
Come on.
Back in my day, you poor. And every character, you got to take 3 characters. So they say you're going to network for faces. I said, Lord Jesus. Oh. And you're nervous. Ain't no little self-tape crap. If you can't get your training, you want to know longevity, get your training. Ain't no little self-tape. You can, that's like a take-home test. You can get your uncle to do the damn test. So you go in and you get your packet. You pick up your packet. Lord Jesus. Help me somebody. Well. You open your packet. Come on, deacon. Well. Help me somebody. You open up your packet.
Yes.
And you see 50,000 a week for 13 weeks. And you get gassy. You come in stuff. And if you think I'm playing, ask some old school actors in here. And you go in and then you know you've been studying and you don't know if you got your lines. You're walking around. So you look in the room and they bring 3 characters for everybody. Now, your best friend in that room is that guy right there, that casting director. That's the person that said, I think Clifton Powell is the guy for this. And it wasn't too many African-American casting directors. First of all, give it up for that.
Yeah.
Well done. Robbie Reed, that's the only one I see, a Rubicon. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up, but I want y'all to understand, new millennials. You casting, and I'm talking about for real. And you see 3, 4 people just walking like this, like the maternity, just walking. And you counting all the bills, and you got, I can get a car. You poor. I can get a car. I can get my brother out of jail. Get my aunt that wig she been wanting. Oh, Lord. And you're nervous, and there's 4 or 5 people just walking back and forth like this. And it's nerve-wracking. And you go in the room, and it's 20 white people. For real. I'm not trying to be offensive. And you might see George sitting amongst 20 white people. And you better be on top of your game.
Yes.
This is real stuff, y'all. Talk about longevity.
Come on, Pastor.
Come on
Yes.
now.
Come on.
Can't bring me up here and put me in 15 minutes. I can't do it.
Oh my
Because I want y'all to understand how I got here. Didn't quit.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I got that job.
Yes.
And I didn't quit.
Yes.
But the casting director, Robbie Reed, who believed in me, kept bringing me in.
Yes.
So George Pierre is that guy. That's why he's being honored. I said, so AZ, why is he being honored? Did y'all elect him? She said, no, the peers, his peers.
Yes.
It's always nice when your peers can elect you. And he's been married 20-something years, plus those are his kids. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Because what happens, come on y'all, give it up. Shit, y'all hot, I'm hot too. I feel like Jerry Lewis up here. But let me just say this. Make friends with a casting director.
Yeah.
Somehow I don't like George. You better get to like George.
That's right. That's right.
Build your network. Network, guys.
Yes.
Part of longevity, network. Because sometimes you'll bomb out in that room, and if he believes in you, he'll bring you back in again.
Yes.
But don't try to fake him out. Really like him. Don't like him because he's George Pierre. Like him because he's a good guy.
Yes.
Now listen. Who said yeah? Yeah, he's a good guy. Who said it? His daughter? Okay. Well, you know, he's supposed to be hard on you. I'm so hard on my little daughter. But let me say this, y'all. All jokes aside, it's hard to put the journey that I've been through in 15 minutes. I probably should have told AZ it's going to be about an hour. Because when I do a speaking on any level, I want not the older folks who seasoned, who lived it, but I want the young people to understand the journey that's in front of you. If I can do it. A little black boy from the hood. I had the beadiest, I said, look like a rabbit pooped on your head. I had the beadiest hair. I told you how my mom passed. They found my mama in the bottom of the Anacostia River in DC.
Oh my
She
God.
came out of adjunct physical abuse, but that didn't stop me. The miracle was my mom, the night she walked into the night, my cousin lived right across the hall. So the miracle is she dropped me off at my cousin's house. A lot of y'all don't know my story. 580 on my SATs. Give you 200 for your name. I was the worst actor in my program. My father had a nervous breakdown in my junior year and ended up in the same mental hospital as my mom. And I dropped out of the program. They said, you can't drop out. I lost everything. Back in my day, they evict you and take all of your stuff. The workshop program put me on payroll, gave me a stipend, and the rest is history. So listen, support this program. Support this program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Support this program. Support AZ. Give her another round of applause. God bless y'all. George Pierre, you're the best in the business.